Hey everyone, Cynthia here with the Nameless Homestead, just coming in with a quick editor's note before the live begins. Obviously there is a cursed version of this up on the channel because we had incredible technical difficulties during the live, but thankfully I was wise enough to be recording a hard copy at the same time as the live, so this one does not have all the skipping, buffering, and problems the other one did. So this is the full version. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for everyone who stopped by the live, even when we were having technical difficulties with our internet. I appreciate you guys. You are the real MVPs. I will include a timestamp here with where the live stream actually begins. Otherwise, enjoy the next few minutes of some chill lo-fi. Hey everyone, is this thing on? Hello everyone out there in YouTube land. It's 4 o'clock, the stream is starting, and I am so nervous. I hope this stream is going well. We have terrible internet connection out here generally, and I currently am using my phone as a hotspot to do this. So please let me know if the stream is garbage quality and I look like a PlayStation 1 character. Hi there. So yeah, you guys are probably wondering why I didn't post a video this morning. For anyone who is a longtime viewer, I post every single Sunday morning, generally without fail, and today I didn't. So we're doing a live stream. And the reason why I didn't post a video this morning is because it's about a very important topic, which is our 2021 kidding kit. It's January here on the homestead, so we're getting close to kidding season, which is usually like January and February for us. And I filmed it, and I did a really good job, and I really liked it, but the video quality was garbage. Like, I found out the hard way that my GoPro, as amazing as it is, does not do well in low light settings. So instead of just pushing through and publishing the video, I'm going to be refilming it this week. Thankfully, it's one I can do that with, and that will go up next Sunday. So stick around, subscribe, hit the like button, ring the bell, all that good YouTuber stuff, so you can be around for that, especially if you own goats, especially if you're breeding goats, and especially if you're new to breeding goats. It's very important information to have on hand. Anyway, this stream is about a really, I think, fun and dorky concept that I came up with and that my family and my kids are super excited about, and that is gardening for a zombie apocalypse. And the whole idea behind this is to turn the prepper garden or the end of the world garden sort of concept and make it a little more lighthearted and fun. Oh, we've got Joe Morgan in. Hey man, how's it going? But yeah, to make it a little bit more fun, so it's not doomer, because I think we've all felt the heat a little bit this year, a little more than usual. When you go through tough times like this, it just kind of makes you realize how fragile everything is. And even being a United States citizen, which is a first world nation and pretty dang strong, as far as nations go, it can all come up under you. A rug can be pulled out of anybody. And this isn't just something that happens to other people. So we should prep as best we can, in every way we can. But let's make it fun. It doesn't have to be doomer. And what better way to do that than to do something like zombie apocalypse? That's the fun way of thinking about the end of the world concept. And what's the best zombie game ever? Plants vs. Zombies. Plants vs. Zombies is so wholesome and so much fun. I've played it with my kids for years. We've had it on computers. We've had it on apps. We've had the original, and we've had all of the incarnations of that game. And so this concept, and I'm hoping that other people get around it too, maybe under a hashtag like hashtag zombie apocalypse garden, and take it as far or as simple as you want to. And maybe we can have a bunch of people doing it, and we can all have prepper style gardens behind a fun way of doing things rather than it being all doom and gloom and end of the world. So I think that sounds pretty cool. If you guys are interested in that, I would love to see some feedback on it. My kids are really coming up with a lot of interesting ideas on how to decorate for the garden. We've come up with concepts of like making a scarecrow like our favorite Plants vs. Zombies characters, which I think will be a lot of fun. Hi there, 13 Moons Homestead. Oh, that's you, Lynette. Oh my gosh, I'm such a dork. Let's see if I can scoot the chat box over here so I can actually see it. Oh, the Mindful Homestead came in. Hey there. Hey, buddy. How's it going? It's going great. How's it going for you? Are you joining me for a beer this evening? Oh my gosh, you guys. Yeah, it might be buffering. Please let me know if the video stream is poor quality. I have been struggling so much with being able to try to put this live stream together. because we have such bad internet out where I am. I'm going to close the YouTube studio on that end and just open up OBS and see if that helps. You guys let me know if you notice a change in the buffering. Oh my gosh, I hope this is legible. It's about, I think the latency is like 10 to 20 seconds behind, I think, when we were testing it. Better now? Okay. Thank you guys for sticking around. This is, like I said, my very first time doing like a proper sit-down live stream, other than being, of course, a guest on Mallory Rose's live stream over at Quebec Homestead. That was amazing. I think I might be more cut out for being a guest on live streams rather than being on them myself. I'm so anxious. It's so funny. I'm more anxious, I feel, tonight than I was standing in front of an auditorium full of nursing students giving presentations. Oh my gosh, I'm such a dork. Joe Morgan, yeah, bad news is lame. We need to get some fresh news in here. It's a new year, new life. We're pushing through. Things are looking up. Try to get some positivity out there. So, as far as, let me look at my notes here. I made actual notes because I'm a complete nerd. So I make sure I actually talk about what I mean to talk about rather than rambling too much. So, Zombie Apocalypse Garden, we're getting started on that. We want to do this in kind of a fun way, and something that's a prepper garden. It doesn't have to be super doomer, and so doing something fun like video game referencing Plants vs. Zombies sounds like a blast. I did ask around locally because we got to figure out our first steps in doing this. I have kind of a black thumb, so I'm a lot better with animals than I am with plants. And so this is going to be difficult for me. I've got a lot of learning to do, so I'm going to rely heavily on people and other YouTube channels and stuff like that as I learn through this. So I've been doing some research on how to put together a prepper garden or a zombie apocalypse garden and all the different steps to think of, pardon me, leading into it. For example, this garden has to have longevity. If it's the zombie apocalypse, chances are you can't go and order from a seed catalog anymore, can you? So seed saving is going to be a priority. That complicates things, right? Doesn't it? It complicates things because there's a lot of possibility for cross-pollination, and then the plants that you get out after that are the seeds that you get off after those plants have been cross-pollinated aren't any good, are they? How's the stream quality there, Lynette? Pretty decent? Just checking in. So anyway, yeah, it's one of those things. Oh yeah, heirlooms. Heirlooms. I got a whole thing of heirloom seeds that I'm going to go through and open up here in a bit. I'm pretty darn excited about. But yeah, so seed saving is important. That really complicates things. I'm in zone 7, so it gets pretty darn cold. And here, let me see if I can go like this. Let's do some fancy YouTuber stuff, shall we? Woo! Move this over here. Look at that. I'm like a professional or something. And then, bear with me as I figure this out. Uh-oh. You can see my mic in the camera. Oh, well, here, we'll scoot it over here. I'll take up less space. That better? Google tab. Bring above the background. Ta-da! Whoop. Ah, that's my notes. You don't need to read my notes. How embarrassing. We want to get on here. Okay, so, yeah. There we go. There's my research that I've been doing so far. And this, oh, is that still behind? It's not showing as changed for me. There we go. Golly, how embarrassing. I'm good with plants and animals. People kind of suck. I can feel that. If it goes into categories of what I'm good with, it's going to be animals and then plants and then people, probably in that order. So yeah, this is kind of what I've come up with. My average last frost date is between middle of April and middle of May. So it's kind of a late start season. And my average first frost date is the beginning to middle of October. And then this last year, previously, you guys may have seen from my "What happened to my garden?" embarrassing YouTube video, where I found out for the first time what frost damage looks like, and everybody made fun of me for not knowing what it looks like. That was like middle to end of September, and I had no frost warning, and I went outside to my garden, and all the tips of everything were blackened and frosted. I turn resolution down, that seems to be even better. Oh, yeah, it probably is going to be a little bit blurry no matter what, just because of my connection. I'm sorry, guys. Hopefully when I review this footage, it works. Unfortunately, this is probably the highest quality I'll ever be able to produce off of a live, so unless all of a sudden we get good internet out here in the sticks, which I don't see happening anytime soon. But yeah, so this is the list that I've gotten. Those are my first and last frost dates. My growing zone is 6. Why did I think it was 7? I think we're kind of like on the line between 6 and 7. So we have a pretty short growing season. Not the shortest. I definitely know people with shorter growing seasons than I do. But the Brocchius family works really, really well in our region. Did I pronounce that right? Or my mush mouth? Tease me about it later. So my cauliflower, the kale, the broccoli, the Brussels sprouts, all of the veggies that I love and want to grow all cross-pollinate with each other. A lot of gourds cross-pollinate with each other as well, but I have found there are certain families. So for example, I cannot have, what was it? I think it's butternut squash and something else. Like, I can't have pumpkins, but I could have butternut squash. Oh, it's zucchini. Zucchini was the problem one. Zucchini, apparently, and I've experienced this, grows like gangbusters over here on the homestead. But if I have zucchini, that will cross-pollinate with my pumpkins and like a lot of the other gourds. So that won't work. But apparently, butternut squash is one that you can, a winter squash that you can keep that won't cross-pollinate with those other squashes. So that's the sort of homework that I've been doing lately. And all of the ones I've highlighted here in purple, I have purchased. So we have those in our box, and I got them from Heirlooms Evermore, who is in my Homesteaders of YouTube Facebook group and is an absolute peach. That's their business name. And then their YouTube channel, I have down here in my notes, is the Handy Homesteader, Tom Weil. Weil or Wiley? Why, my gosh, you guys are getting the raw, unedited version of me, I swear. I can't talk for nothing. But yeah, and so they have a seed store, and I was able to purchase from them. They're actually pretty close to me too, which is pretty awesome. Maybe we'll be able to collaborate on something sometime together. But I got pretty fast delivery as well. Whoa. I haven't even opened this yet. Oh, there's a letter in here. Oh. Oh my gosh. Thank you for putting in all that hard work. Oh my gosh. Tom and Sarah Wiley. You guys are amazing. I can't believe you put in like, is this handwritten? I don't know if I should read this on stream. Oh, that is so sweet. I'm sorry. I'm all caught up in how adorable this is. That is awesome. Yeah, thank you so much for the letter. I will read this in more detail later when I can actually focus on it and I'm not shaking like a leaf out of nervousness. But look at how well packed this is. I can show the camera. Look at how cute these packages are. They're so old-fashioned and like no glitz, no glam, no crazy color schemes, just simple, pretty paper packaging. I can get behind that. Minimalist and cute. Move my keyboard, I guess. Oh, are you over in Idaho, Joe? Yeah. What part of Idaho are you in? Like southern, northern panhandle? We might be neighbors. Because I'm in eastern Washington, like
like an hour drive from Coeur d'Alene. So I got, like you can see in here, I've got some herbs and I've got some fruits and vegetables. I already have apple trees. So we have a fun fruit there. Unfortunately, my middle child is now deathly allergic to apples for reasons we cannot begin to fathom. Uh-oh, I have unread notifications. Okay, so it says I'm dropping like 25% of my frames. Cool, cool. Yeah, that's super awesome. Yeah. Anyway, so we do have some things already established. Like we have established rhubarb, we have established apple trees. I do want to get some more fruit trees because, like I said, my daughter is now allergic to apples, like EpiPen level allergic to apples. And by the way, apple is like a sweet filler for, I think, everything under the sun. Oh my gosh, it's in so much more than you would think. Also, she's allergic to cherries. Oh, my poor baby. Anyway, so yeah, we have some things established. Like I said, we have the rhubarb, we've got the apples. I don't think we have anything else that is like, comes again and again. We have our lavender bushes. Chat disconnected, please wait while we try to reconnect you. Super cool. Oh my gosh, so stressful. Anyway, but we have, oh, and we also have garlic. We already have garlic in the ground. We have garlic that we planted in the fall that is heirloom garlic that was given to us by a near and dear friend from Ellis Island that was apparently grown by a pretty prolific, really nice garlic grower out there. So that's pretty exciting. This is the same garlic that I used in my garlic braiding video. But these items I got here, these aren't just tomatoes. These herbs and these plants are specific breeds that I am told by the seller of these seeds are great for our region. So they're cold hardy and they have a shorter growing season. So this is not just cabbage, it's specifically Copenhagen. Let's see if I can do it like a YouTuber. Copenhagen market cabbage. And so I got several of those. I've got Brandywine tomatoes, which look really yummy and delicious. I love crazy looking tomatoes. Oh, my screen just went black and then popped back in. Is anybody out there? Am I up by myself? Did it crash? Oh no, I hope it didn't. Oh, your stream is experiencing issues. No kidding. Oh no. Do we just, the show goes on and we pretend it's not having issues and it'll just be what it is? I'm afraid that's what we'll probably have to do. Oh, something just came up. Southern Idaho. But I was around the northern part. I had a cabin in spirit. Like, oh yeah, you told me about that. Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. Thank you for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. I hope it's actually still watchable. But yes, Brandywine tomatoes, the true Greek oregano, lots and lots of goodies in here that I'm really excited to make videos about, to plant. I want to do cool stuff like putting together cold frames to try to extend our growing season. Maybe decorate them with Plants vs. Zombies characters or something super fun. There's a lot of really awesome stuff that I want to be able to do with all of these seeds and videos that I want to make in regards to that. If you have any ideas, I'm of course always open for suggestions. Can't think and move stuff around at the same time. So another thing that I really want to do is invest in tools that make gardening a lot easier. When it comes down to something like zombie apocalypse garden, not having to spend every single moment babying plants that aren't great for your region, like these sweet cherry peppers apparently are supposed to be good for our region. And Roman chamomile, we have some chamomile that grows wild as well, but I'd like to intentionally plant some as well. But these sorts of things that grow well in our region don't have to be babied. You don't have to have a bunch of crazy fancy tools or tricks or planning in order to keep them around and keep them alive. But we are trying to invest in some crazy cool tools in order to make gardening easier, so we're not having to baby plants and spend a million hours a day gardening. So that's why I got this pretty cool thing, which I cannot wait to unbox, put together, and show you how it works. So this I got the concept from a friend of mine who I got canning jars from earlier this year. And she She had one of those out in her garage when I was picking up the jars from her, and it is the coolest thing. If you don't already know about it, you need to get one. If you've got $100 to burn on Amazon, what they do is it has a disc inside that operates kind of like a coin sorter. You know those things where it sorts your coins and quarters go in one slot, dimes go in the other. Well, it's the same wheels. You guys probably already know this stuff. I'm the newbie. Why am I telling you? But that's how it works. You put seeds in the hopper. It spits them out in hopefully an orderly fashion. I've heard that sometimes for some seeds it can kind of pile them out on you. It trenches in front of it to create an appropriate depth trench for the seeds, sets the seeds, has an arm bar to space your rows, and it has a mechanism behind it, either with the tire, I think, in some brands, and a chain in others, where it covers it up behind you as you walk in front of it. And I'm so excited to try that. So we are investing in our tools. We're investing in all of our amazing seeds. Another type of thing that I forgot to show you guys. We aren't going to try to do a prepper garden to feed, or a zombie apocalypse garden to feed our animals, because that's just out of our league at this point. So I'm not going to worry about that. This doesn't have to be that deep or serious. But what I am going to try to do is a fun experiment with, and I got these last in 2020 in the fall, fodder beets. These are from Everwild Farms. I'm super excited about it. They were super inexpensive. These beets, the fruit, if you do it well, can be apparently up to 20 pounds. Did they say 20 pounds? Yeah, I always have to check it. Literally, I'm looking in the back of this, and I read into it in the fall, 20 pounds per beet. And so we're hopefully going to try to till that into where the pigs are now, and use that to grow fodder beets for the livestock as a feed for overwinter. So that is one aspect we're trying to do in that area, but we're not going to count our animals in on this. Otherwise, that's just way too crazy. So the goal that I'm going to do and the challenge I want to, hey there, hey Quebec Homestead. I'm sorry, my connection might be super, super choppy, but thank you guys for coming and hanging out. How many people do we have in the chat right now? 4 viewers? Heck yeah! Thank you guys for stopping by. I appreciate it. Stick around. Like the video, subscribe, ring the bell if you haven't already. Oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought because I'm such a spaz. I'm seeing people commenting with each other in the chat, and I freaking love that. You guys are awesome. Anyway, so yeah, we aren't going to be going super crazy with the livestock feeds because that's not something that we can reasonably do. But that's what I was going to do for my personal challenge. And if anyone decides they want to join in on this, and I really hope you do, because I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to be weighing the produce that I gather as I gather it, or as the harvest comes in, to see how much I can actually produce. So I'm going to be doing a lot of research into how to make a smaller garden plot as productive as possible. Because we don't have I want to make the most out of the space that we have so that it's manageable and it's not massive. I'd rather have small and well productive than to scale it up to huge points where it becomes unmanageable, because I'll be doing most of that work on my own. My husband obviously has a 9-to-5 job, so he won't be able to do all of that work with me. Yeah, we're super excited about these seeds. What other great ones do we have in here? Leeks. That is something I've never grown before that I am interested in trying. I know leek soup is a favorite. We are going to actually be trying to grow a real amount of corn this year as well. And peas. Corn and peas and beans, all of the staples are what we're really going after. Nothing super crazy. But we are going after some fun things as well. For example, back over here, out of my notes. The loofahs. Is it loofah or luffa? I really want to grow those. I think those will be a lot of fun. So those and the butternut and the potatoes and sunflowers. I need more ideas for sunflowers, for flowers, you guys. I watched that video by You can't eat the grass? I need to rewatch that and write down some flower types. I don't know if they'd be considered prepper, but I think they would be a lot more fun. Oh, big time lagging on your guys' end. Man. All right, well, we'll just have to push through, I guess. But yeah, I'd love some flower ideas from you guys or some other. I did ask around in some groups, and this is the information that I came up with, but I know that that's going to be different than the people watching the YouTube live stream, either currently or later. Oh, yes, Mallory, you're doing Shed Wars. Oh, it's already going to be your routine, your weigh in and everything. Awesome. I didn't realize that was a part of Shed Wars. Yeah, Shed Wars, I think, is an actual competition that I don't feel even remotely ready for like a real competition. This is meant to be more of like a chill, fun little side thing. Maybe we'll do Shed Wars next year or the year after when I've had maybe some success, hopefully, with the garden that we're going to have, because I definitely don't feel ready to do an actual competition. I imagine that you are going to absolutely kick booty though, sister. Your gardening videos are popping off. That's awesome. But yeah, so that's kind of where we're at in this and what we're trying to do so far. And that's the general concept for what we're getting ready to do. If you guys have any ideas on how we can expand on this, that would be totally fantastic. I would love to hear your guys' opinions. Oh, and yeah, these are some of the other questions that I do want to be able to answer by the time I'm through with this. For example, I really want to put to test which ones grow well in the region without having to do a ton of babying. And then at the end of the day, what is the nutrient profile of the produce that I would grow? Because if you're going to have a survival garden or a zombie apocalypse garden, you have to have well-balanced nutrition, otherwise you're going to be unhealthy. So it's all fun to grow like 1,000 pounds of potatoes, but man and woman cannot survive on potato alone. So I would love to see if there are any gaps. Ooh, I just clicked on something in OBS. It's fine. All right, cool. I would love to see what gaps there are in the nutrient profile of what I grow, if any. So that would be an interesting thing to investigate. My chat on the sidebar needs to be, oh, that's in top chat? What about live chat? Can we do live chat? What's happening here? Maybe more things will pop up now. I'm only seeing you guys in my bottom left screen, so I couldn't communicate. I was thinking that was because of the lag, but maybe I just didn't have it connected properly. Successful. Ooh, I think it just popped up as a live chat. Lufa. Thank you, my dear. Man, we must really be behind on a lag. I'm like hardcore. I swear I said that like 3 minutes ago. All right, it looks like we have a live chat. That's cool. So now I'll actually be able to interact with you guys. If you guys have any questions for me or any comments, I would love to hear them. Please, now that I got the live chat going, we can actually like talk. I didn't realize I didn't have live chat up. Oh, loofah. Yes, sorry. It is the actual thing that you wash with. I don't know. Maybe if you haven't seen them. Oh my gosh, searching might kill my stream. Let's try. Let's give it a try. Oh, this might be too much work for my computer. So we will see, back into OBS here. So yes, loofah is a gourd that you grow that once you dry it and you break off the outer layer, it actually is the loofah material that you would purchase from a store or a boutique in order to wash your pots and pans with, exfoliate with, bath, everything you would use a normal loofah for. And I think that those would be super cool to have around. I could switch to those instead of the green scrubby SOS pads, which is totally cool. And if I grow enough of them, they might go well as a fun boutique item at the farmer's market that is this produce that doesn't really spoil, that kind of comes kept. So that might be a fun thing to do. Oh, chat disconnected. Please wait while we try to reconnect you. Ooh. It's on live chat this time though. I wish I could do something about that internet connection, but it just won't have it. Oh, it can be food when it's young, huh? Now that I didn't know. That is interesting. Oh, blinked out of existence and then back again. Oof. Man, I was doing so good yesterday during all the tests. It said I had an excellent connection. I knew this was gonna happen. What the flip? I guess no sense whining about it. It'll be what it is. Successfully connected. All right. Hopefully I can see you guys again. All right, guys. Well, I think honestly, with how badly the chat is going when it comes to this connection, we might have to just call it here. I feel like I wanted to go over more things here, but now I'm kind of blinking out on them because I'm a little bit stressed because this chat is being so ridiculous. We go over my notes to make sure that I didn't miss discussing something with you guys that I really wanted to. We did our intro, we did our housekeeping, talking about why I didn't produce a video today. Go over the challenge. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I made it a side note that if this is something that somebody does really want to get into, but the whole like zombie apocalypse prepper garden feels a little overwhelming, don't stress about it. You don't need to go into it as deeply as I do to participate in any way, shape, or form. Oh, and then that was the last part. If you guys have any more tips on really great places to purchase seeds from, especially if they're small businesses. I know that, was it Bear Creek or Baker Creek, I think? Baker Creek was one that seemed to be a fan favorite when I was asking in the groups that I'm in when it comes to like gardening and homesteading. And so I'm definitely going to be looking into them. But when I went to their website, it was down. So or they weren't taking orders until such and such time because of the order volume. So I do want to look into them when they have their stuff back in stock. As you've seen, I haven't been able to get things like my squash or sunflowers and stuff yet. So I do still need to buy some things probably this coming paycheck. But if you guys also have some like mom and pop shop stores like our lovely friends at Heirlooms Evermore Seeds. Oh, is it gonna show? Genevieve's basil. That I love basil. Oh my gosh, the most delicious thing is a little bit of basil or a little bit of toasted basil on top of like tomato and bread a little bit and a little bit of garlic oil. So good. Everyone needs to have basil on their homestead. It's super easy to grow too. Even I can do it. I don't know why I haven't had a basil plant in a while. I used to grow them indoors. But yeah, if you have a small homestead that I can support to buy the rest of my seeds from that have those other items, or if you have other items that you would suggest I get, let me know because I'm definitely still taking suggestions. All right, you guys. So I think that is probably where we're going to end the official like dialogue part of the stream and what I came here to talk about. I'm going to sit here for a second and see if any questions I see pop up on my chat, if my chat works. Otherwise, I will see you all later, and thank you so much for stopping by. I appreciate you all so much. Thank you, Lynette, for hanging out and being moderator for me. I love your heart. You're amazing. And it looks like chat's not even working. So I think we'll just have to call it there. Love you all. Take it easy.